Welcome to the podcast. Today, we're venturing deep into the Amazon to meet a creature so bizarre, it's like something out of a fantasy novel. A bird that eats only leaves, smells like a farm animal, and has chicks with claws on their wings. Are you ready to meet the Hoatzin? This incredible bird, native to the swamps of South America, is a true evolutionary puzzle. Let's start with its most talked about trait, its diet. The Hoatzin is a folivore, meaning it feasts almost exclusively on leaves. Now, leaves are tough to digest, right? So the Hoatzin has evolved a digestive system unlike any other bird. Think of a tiny, feathered cow. It has a large, multi-chambered crop where microbes ferment the leaves, breaking down cellulose. This is super efficient, but it comes with a very distinctive, pungent, manure-like smell, hence its charming nickname, the stink bird. This powerful odor actually helps deter predators. The only downside to this amazing gut? All that internal plumbing makes the Hoatzin a bit clumsy and not a fan of long flights. But the weirdness doesn't stop there. Hoatzin chicks are born with claws on 2 of their wing digits. Can you believe it? Claws, just like the ancient bird Archaeopteryx. These aren't just for show. The young birds use these claws to scramble through dense vegetation. If they fall from the nest or need to make a quick escape from a predator, they can drop into the water below, then use their wing claws to climb back up to safety. These claws usually vanish as the birds get older. While some initially thought this was proof of a direct link to ancient dinosaurs, most scientists now see it as a brilliant adaptation to their specific treetop and waterside lifestyle. Visually, the Hoatzin is quite a sight. It's about the size of a pheasant, with a small head, a striking unfeathered blue face, intense maroon eyes, and a prominent, spiky crest. They're also quite social, often found in small family groups, and they're not shy about making their presence known with loud, guttural calls. Now for the real head-scratcher. Where does the Hoatzin fit in the grand family tree of birds? This is where things get really interesting. It's the sole living species in its own family, Opisthocomidae, and its own order, Opisthocomiformes. That's how unique it is. For decades, scientists have debated its relatives, trying to link it to everything from game birds and cuckoos to turacos and even doves. The plot thickened in 2015. A groundbreaking genetic study published in Nature suggested the Hoatzin was the last survivor of an ancient avian lineage that diverged from all other birds around 64 million years ago, shortly after the asteroid impact that wiped out the non-avian dinosaurs. Imagine that, an evolutionary orphan from the dawn of the age of birds. But as with all good science stories, the research continues. A more recent study in 2024, which mapped the genomes of over 360 bird species, offered a slightly different perspective. It suggested that while the Hoatzin's evolutionary line is old, that ancient divergence might be shared with many other modern bird orders, so perhaps not uniquely primitive in that sense. However, this study still struggled to place the Hoatzin definitively, labeling it an orphan group without clear close relatives among major bird families. The mystery endures. And to add another layer to this puzzle, fossils of Hoatzin ancestors haven't just been found in South America. They've also turned up in Africa and Europe, with some European fossils dating back as far as 34 million years. This suggests the group might have originated in the Old World, and later made an epic journey to South America, possibly by rafting across the Atlantic on clumps of vegetation. Can you picture that voyage? So, after all this research, where do we stand? The truth is, the Hoatzin's precise phylogenetic position remains one of the most intriguing unresolved questions in bird science. Some studies hint at potential links with turacos, which also have clawed chicks, or perhaps a group including cranes and plovers. But there's no universal agreement, no single answer that satisfies all the evidence. The Hoatzin, this evolutionary enigma, is far more than just a biological curiosity. Its unique digestive system, those fascinating clawed wings in its young, they all offer precious clues about avian evolution, adaptation, and the incredible diversity of strategies life uses to thrive. It's a living testament to the complexity of life's history and a fantastic reminder that there are still so many mysteries out there waiting to be unraveled. What an absolutely astounding bird! Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of the natural world.